professional solutions to money, relationships, wellness, and more. Shine a light onto your day and into your life. Power Your Life with Dr. Joanne White.
Good evening and welcome to Power Your Life. I'm your host, Joanne White. You might have found yourself at one time or another wishing that you had a crystal ball to see what your future holds. My first guest has been blessed with that ability as a child. Renowned psychic Karen Page has more than 4 decades of experience doing readings for celebrities, heads of state, and police departments. Karen joins me now via Skype to lead us on a behind-the-scenes look into the world of a lifelong psychic. Karen, it's such a pleasure to have you on.
Wonderful to be here. How are you?
I am doing fantastically, and you?
I don't have a single complaint in life.
Great. Well, let's get right to it because you've had psychic abilities all your life. When was the first time that you realized that you were psychic?
That's that's a funny story. When I was about 3 or 4, we lived across the street from some people, and I was standing in the living room looking out the window at their house. And I said to my mother, "Mommy, did you know Mr. Willinsale beats his wife?" And my mother came over and said, "Sweetheart, don't say that. That's very serious." I said, "Mommy, but it's true." So it's always been there. And 2 or 3 weeks later, an ambulance came and picked up his wife. He was taken out in handcuffs, and the children were taken in another car.
So your family started to realize that you had those abilities too. Now, you've also told me that that was in your family, your mother.
Yes, my mother was highly, highly intuitive, but she was a businesswoman. But my aunt was a reader for over 50 years and opened the first metaphysical center in Los Angeles.
Fascinating.
And my sister was a reader, and my mother's 2 closest friends were both readers.
Now you've
I
worked.
thought I was the normal one.
You've worked with the LAPD and you've worked with the Houston Police Department. What helping them solve crimes and also helping them find missing persons? What was that like to work with the police department, and how did they receive you?
That's hilarious. Well, I always love the comedies of psychics on television when they have them represented as being lifted on pillows and flown in on private jets and all that. That's hilarious. They actually, my favorite was when I worked on a murder case in Houston. They treated me like I was a sideshow in the circus. And for many years, it wasn't accepted. I have never charged to work on a murder case. I have never charged to work on a missing child case anywhere in the world. And I have clients all over the world, and I've worked with police departments all over the world.
That's amazing. Now, Peter Hurkos influenced your career, and he was legendary in psychic phenomena. How was that influential? How was he influential for you?
Well, I was the reluctant psychic because he was so dear, because I thought, I jokingly say I thought I was the normal one in my family, but I wanted to be a lawyer, and I realized this was God saving me from myself, and giving me this extraordinary gift.
And people are so lucky that you do have that gift.
I am very blessed every day. If God wanted, I'll do this as long as God wants me to. And the day God wants me to be a house painter, I'll be at Home Depot buying brushes in the morning.
You have some readings for us on some celebrities and some very important people like Hillary Clinton. Would you share with our audience just what's happening with her?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Well, she would make an amazing, amazing president.
Yes.
This is a brilliant woman that really understands this country, and she understands the politics, international politics. And as much as we think the world is a great big place, it really is a very tiny, tiny place. And she has bridged the gap between a lot of those differences. But unfortunately, in doing that, it has cost her tremendously. I wish I could say that I saw her becoming president, but she feels like there is an ongoing health issue that we are not privy to, and that her health, you have to be really hardy to run for president. And after the charming 8 years that they were put through before, and the ensuing years where they have certainly tried to make chopped liver out of her, I think her health has suffered tremendously. And I don't think she has the stamina to run for president, because it feels like there is an ongoing health issue that frankly is none of our business.
Right. Now, we only have a couple of seconds here, but what about Justin Bieber? What do you want to tell us about him? Oh my God,
stick a fork in him. I think if somebody would just say no to him, that's the problem. He has never had any boundaries, and nobody says no to him. And he thinks he forgets he's this little kid from Canada and thinks he's a hip hop artist, And I think that pretty much he has destroyed whatever nice kid image he had. And I do not see that stopping in the near future.
Can you give us a quick read on Chris Christie?
He will never be president. I doubt if he will run, because he has too many skeletons in his closet. And it feels like this whole bridge debacle, it feels like that is just the beginning of the unraveling of Chris Christie.
Thank you, Karen.
He feels like he's run it like his own fiefdom.
Thank you, Karen. It's hard to hear for a lot of people to listen, but we'll see what happens.
And I'm sorry to say that. I don't mean to offend anybody, but I always said me and Vin Scully just call him as I see him.
Okay, well, we'll come right back with you, because we have such exciting information in store. So everybody, don't go anywhere, because just ahead, Karen is going to do a reading right here on Power Your Life, and I know you won't want to miss this one. I won't.